Stan, Tom, you must be quite pleased with the result this afternoon. Another 3 points here at Steel Park. Stan?
Really happy with the 3 points, and that's what football's all about. It's about the result at the end of the day. I think we showed everybody two sides to our nature today. We were very good at times. I mean, that second goal we scored today was fantastic. I don't think I've seen a better team goal, the way that we played, from shielding the ball one side to playing back through the midfield, back to the goalkeeper out the other way, and then a great ball into Tommy, who then flicked it in behind for Claudio, who then has had the awareness to play a square ball rather than shoot, and made it an easy goal. At times we were fantastic, and then just very frustrated that we switch off. And the lads know about it. They know we're disappointed, because even though we've got 3 points, it's frustrating that we allowed them something to always cling on to, and that made it a little bit of a threat for us all game, all second half. So yeah, brilliant 3 points, but frustrated.
Tommy, I've got to ask you, obviously you're on the pitch and there's been an awful lot of talk here at the pitch at Steel Park. How did it play? I mean, as a player, was it okay? It looked all right from the stand.
It was 10 times better than it was the last Saturday we played here. I think it's a credit to the groundsmen and the ground staff, the fact they've even got it on, when you look through the amount of fixtures that have been called off this weekend. So the pitch on Thursday night was immaculate. It was really hard under the foot, and I think that it's took the rain over the last 24 hours. So you've got to hold your hands up to the ground staff. They've done a great job.
Now, obviously, back onto the football, Stan, we've looked at the new table. Corby Town up to 8th. That's where you want to be. You want to be up there challenging, but in the next couple of weeks, hopefully pushing further up the league. Yeah,
with the highest I think that the team's been this season, which is a credit to the players and everybody associated with it. But 8th is just a number, and we're obviously just going to concentrate one game at a time, and we'll go to Bedford and we'll try and get 3 points, and that's all we're going to do.
Obviously, those 3 points on Tuesday night, that's possible, isn't it? On paper, it looks like Corby Town could be going forward another 3 points on their travels.
If we play like we did second half, then I would disagree strongly. If we play like we did first half, then I would agree strongly. And we have to make sure that the right Corby Town turn up. And like I said, we had strong words with the boys afterwards today, which is not nice considering we've got 3 points. But they have to be aware of the need to focus and concentrate and play with a high intensity all match, because credit to Truro, they didn't stop trying, and they could have buckled, but that should have been 3, 4, 5 nil in my opinion, and I don't mean that with any disrespect to Truro at all, but that's what it could have been and should have been if we'd have played at the same intensity. So we've got to make sure that we start right and continue for 90 minutes against Bedford, else it's a banana skin, isn't it?
It certainly is. Tommy, let's look at the players. Claudio's come in, he's done an awfully good job this afternoon, certainly had a foot in both of first opening goals, I guess.
It's pleasing for us, me and Stan. We sat down after the last game and thought, you know what, we need to mix it up a little bit. We made 2 calls where we go and put our neck on the line for people. We brought someone in, we'll bring probably another player in, and that should be as complete for the season. So delighted for him. I think he made a big difference. I thought he was lively, energetic, he ran at people, he constantly was a threat.
And that's what you need in the squad, somebody that's going to actually move around and get the balls, of course, into you. You're desperate for a goal. We can see it on the pitch this afternoon.
I'm throwing myself at stuff, so eventually it will come. Having someone like Claudio that's going to jink and weave and make things happen, like flashing balls across the box. A man's one in the first half that's just gone across the box. Things that will drop, and I think it's a matter of inches at the minute, where we're probably, like Stan said, like tucking someone away 3 or 4 or 5-0. But it's small margins that obviously takes that next level.
Stan, where do you go to from here? It's the last run into the end of the season now. You want to be further up the table, I'm guessing. There's still some hard work to do.
Very much so. Every game's hard work. We can't take anybody lightly. It just proves again today that if you do step off the gas, then you allow teams to get back into games. So we've got to make sure that we're strong mentally. Like Tommy said, we've got the group where we need to be. We made a couple of changes this week, which some people disagree with, which they've got every right to. It's all about opinions, but Tommy and I will do whatever we think is right for the best interest of Corby Town Football Club. And I'm sure sometimes along the way we'll make mistakes, and sometimes we'll make massive positive calls, and it'll all be come out in the wash at the end of the season if we manage to achieve the success that we want to achieve. So yeah, it's just focus on hard work, togetherness, team spirit, and work into our patterns of play.
Excellent, thanks very much.
Cheers.
Just a final one. Obviously, McGowan and Stanton back in the fold as well. It's almost like having 2 new signings, I suppose.
Yeah, so it was like having 3 with Claudio this week. I mean, Stanton's only played 1 previously, and that's why we had him on the bench for the positive effect he would have on the changing room, and he did have that. And then obviously came on for the last 10 minutes. He's still waiting for his full results, isn't he, of his scan, but he's 99% sure everything's okay. So he said, look, just give me 10-15 and we'll go from there. And that's what we did. And I think he's calm and influence when he comes on, and he's organised and he's communicating. But Tom McGowan, fantastic. I think we missed him the last couple of games. Especially, I know that Tom said that the pitch was a lot better, and it is a lot better than the pitches we have played on, but especially when the pitches are heavy, I think he makes a massive difference. And yeah, it was really pleasing for us to have what felt like 3 new signings on the bench.
Tuesday.
Not on the bench.
In the squad.
In the squad.
Tuesday night. I mean, we've already touched on it a little bit, but Brentford have, they've had a hard time of it, haven't they? A real hard time of it, even after the new managers come in. So I mean, you've really got to try and not let up and make sure you're the next team to go and beat them.
We know what's expected of us. We've sat down, looked at the fixtures. We know what is expected of this club. We go there, we treat them with respect like we treat everyone with respect. Ultimately, we are expected to win. And me and Stan are no different, the boys will be no different. They'll be drilled that into before the game and told it could potentially be of an ice skin. We need to turn up and play at the intensity that we did first half. And if we do that, there's not much in this league that can handle it.
Just on a final one, any knocks coming out of today already, or is everyone look like they've come through it all right?
No, we brought Tom McGowan off as a precaution, which I think was massively sensible. We didn't want him to get any other kind of knock, so he came off straight in the ice. Everyone else, there's nothing. I think
the only one, Harry May, that tweaked his knee in the last game. I'm surprised that he didn't come off with it last weekend, but he trained on Thursday, but I don't think it's quite right. He says he was okay, so that's great. We've included him in the squad, but then the physio says, look, if he gets a knock, he might be out for a week or 2. So precaution was that he didn't get on the pitch for that reason.